What's up, YouTube? Brian here from Brian.invests. Welcome. So today, I looked at a lot of IPO SpaceX stuff, which is coming this Friday, and really try to debate whether I should try to put some money into it or not. So Elon did an interview. Yes, I think it was just released, yesterday or the day before, and really talk about the future of SpaceX and where it's headed and what the goals are, right? Like the overarching goal is to eventually go to Mars and build a colony there and have a multi-planet consciousness species for human race, right? But that's just the overarching goal. But the more immediate, closer goal would be to, send up satellites, tens of thousands of satellites into orbit, low orbit, and have internet access for all, or just kind of monopolize that space from telecom companies, right? And be competitive there. And eventually they're going to go into cell phones as well. And so, we won't have these like 5G. It will be like, much faster. Latency would be even faster than what we have now. And on top of that, they're going to continue to build a Starship and have Starship eventually be able to carry loads of payloads to space, and be able to carry 100 tons of payloads per liftoff, per launch, and they will be able to go back and forth the moon and here Earth, hopefully every hour, right? Like now they need to still, they launch, they come back, it'll take some time to cool, to recheck everything, and be able to relaunch in a short period of time, hopefully within an hour eventually, right? But that's very, very far off from now. So right now it's progressing, but it's very long way from now. But at least it's progressing. But it's a very long execution date. So that's just not all, right? Like there's like XAI, they're gonna build a space data center on the moon, and hopefully launching satellites from the moon, AI satellites, not just like telecom satellites. So that's like a very exciting future, right? Very bright future ahead, and I recommend anybody to watch that interview. It's mind blowing, and it doesn't make me more confident in SpaceX. It makes me more understanding of SpaceX and what it's trying to accomplish. Does it justify the costs of $135 a share? And when you look at the 10K filing, they, all of them got in, the original pricing the insiders have is like $6 per share. So is this exit liquidity for insiders? Probably. Do you mind it? Like, if, of course, right, it's your money, and it seems like it's oversubscribed. Everybody's very excited for it. It's the Elon effect, myself included. I'm a big Elon fan. I do want to have some, of course, and people, maybe some people just want to participate because I don't know, like it's just like a knock on Elon effect. Oh, you could say down the road, I participated in SpaceX IPO 10 years down the road. when the price is probably 10x from now. But it's a pretty long horizon, right? If you invest in SpaceX Friday, keep in mind it might take like 5 years or so for it to double or triple. You're not gonna get like, the 2x, 3x, that soon, as there are a lot other companies that could have achieved that in a shorter amount of time, in my opinion. So you're investing for the long term. You're not hoping for like a quick, quick buck. You know, if you want to, like, I would expect the IPO to, just like a lot of IPO, to pop on the first day, first week, first month even, and then it will just slowly mean reverts and go back down after maybe two weeks, 1 month. The hype will die down, and then people will start to sell. They know, they say that they see that it's not ripping as high because the valuation is insanely high, 1.8 trillion, and it will just slowly die down, and people will get bored, and then they will slowly sell out, and then buy back into whatever stocks they sold out of to get SpaceX. And after 6 months or so, the lockup period ends, right? Like, for insiders, so they could start unloading their shares onto the public as well. So that will have downward pressure for sell pressure as well. So could it dip below 135? Absolutely. I would love to see that, actually. So if it dips down to below 100 or below, perfect. That's when I would like to buy more. I would want to participate on the IPO date, but I will not get much. I will just try to get some allocation, just so I could say, oh yeah, I have X amount of shares, like 5 shares or so in SpaceX, just so, okay, it's gone up, great. So it doesn't really affect you, right? So my point is, you could get in on the IPO, but save your bullet for later on. Have dry powder, and you could, it's bound to go down. Like, eventually, everything means reverts back, and there's enough hate on the internet, on Elon and SpaceX, that it's for sure gonna be volatile. So there will be opportunities ahead. So I myself already have some exposure to SpaceX via EchoStar, and I will try to get more of that to get more exposure, and yeah, so that's my plan for SpaceX. I'm excited for the future, excited for everything the company's doing, but I think the valuation is a little bit too high for the IPO. But I don't mind getting in, but I'm gonna aim for lower prices for to get in for more shares. Thanks for watching.